I saw a comment recently on one of the posts I made, and two things. One was just a little bit of let's just say you could say a bit of an insult. The second was more of a sensible, slightly logical opinion, and they said, why about your own country? Now, two things. The subject that I've chosen to speak on in this video anyway, and the previous one, is democracy and politics. Now, living in the West, myself being based in the UK, two things again is we share a similar system, not identical, although it's quite similar. The system we have in politics over here and live by is similar to the one used over there in the slot side in the US. And also we share a shared history, so the origins of some of these political systems, etc., are based in the same history as far as I can understand, and that goes for most of the Western countries. But more than anything is there's no hold on what we find interesting. I find American politics quite interesting, much more dramatic to an extent than our politics over here, with all the similarities. And the other thing is I've always believed, and through observation, that a lot of what we see culturally, socially and politically taking place in the States at some point tends to arrive over here, fast or slow. And there's occasions where you'll see the reverse. A trend will begin over here in the UK, and at some point it will gradually find its way across the pond to the United States. So anyway, these are some of the reasons why I find the politics interesting, and I see a sort of a parallel. What brought me on today was the same theme to a degree as my last video, and it's the presidential elections. And the person criticised my attire, my pristine attire. Well, far from pristine, I would say myself anyway. So no disagreement there. And the other point they made was, well, it wasn't really a point, it was a statement. They said, why about your own country? Now, yes, it's true, I'm based over here in the UK, and I'm, commenting and discussing US politics, which I find very interesting, probably more interesting than our politics over here. And that's purely, I think, based on the characters involved, the scale, and also the impact it has on the rest of the globe, on everybody else's politics. I don't believe anybody owns the country, as the commenter sort of alluded, you could say, towards. I feel, there's such a thing as patriotism, love for your heritage, but at the end of the day, you know, we arrive where we arrive at, and we don't leave with anything, most definitely a country. So some of that is through our own efforts, and some of where we find ourselves is just like many other aspects of life. It's just something you find and gain as a birthright. So more to the point, back on American politics, I comment on it for another reason. I find living here in the UK and observing your politics in America is, there are 2 points. Often what takes place across the pond finds its way back here. So it's sort of like not exactly a mirror, but like a precursor in a way. And also some of the trends begin in the US, and then we seem to adopt them over here for whatever reason. I think having shared history, if you go back far enough, things may have happened in reverse, because when it comes to Western politics in general, I think they're all based on a similar approach and belief. If you go back to the monarchies and French Revolution, when they decided to become a republic, which I believe America is a republic-based democratic system. We have those similarities. So when you have something so large and influential taking place, like a nominee being picked for the next presidential election, I think it's something that anybody living on the globe somewhere is entitled to have an opinion on, at least. I mean, that doesn't really cause that much harm, although words, I believe, do have meaning and cause an effect. So back to words, I would like to just say a little bit more, following on from my last video, which was what struck me when I saw the campaign, the Kamala Harris campaign, to be a bit more clear, and the baseball hat with white dudes for Kamala. Yeah, it sort of stood out. I'm sure a lot of people have seen the same thing or something along those lines. So I thought I'd speak on it.